We are at the train station in Bratislava. We're heading to Prague, but our train is late. It was first delayed at 10 minutes. Now it's 15 minutes. And we're seeing one train that's been delayed from 15 minutes to 35 minutes. So hopefully our train does not do that. But we're just waiting here in this quaint communistic era train station in Bratislava. Finally made it on the train. And let me tell you, the train does not wait. We saw which platform it was going to be on. We rushed to it along with hundreds of other people, got on, and by the time we found our seat, the train was already moving. It's like, wow. But this train is about 4.5 hours long. We're going to enjoy the view, probably do some work, probably take a nap. This is so fun. It's just so fun. We finally made it to Prague. Oh my gosh, what an ordeal. The train was late to start with, and it stopped several times on the track because of the weather. It was snowing, and it was just looking so beautiful. I know, and it's snowing now in Prague. Oh my gosh. We have to watch where we're going because it is slippery. We're on our way to a food tour. Starts at 5 o'clock and we're trying to find it. Hopefully they won't start without us. And because we're running late, we had to use the GoPro. It was the first thing that we got. And I packed everything up, the gimbal, the cameras. So it'll take a while to set everything up. So the GoPro is what we have right now.
Yes, and with a slippery street, it's going to be very difficult.
Yes. Okay.
Wow.
We made it.
Yes, finally.
Do you mind if I record to get some information?
Oh my God, please, go for it.
So this is our first stop, and this is our first plate. And here's our tour guide. Also gonna tell our kids too.
Sure. Hello. And welcome to Czech appetizer. This appetizer is called hebamshafik. It means little bread. You get two types, a modern one, which I'll ask you to guess what kind of spread it is once you taste it.
Okay.
And then a traditional one, which I'm fairly confident you will guess the spread very quickly, with a ham, boiled egg, and some tomato on the top. So why don't we start with the modern one? What kind of spread do you think it is?
You try, I don't know.
Any ideas?
Strawberry?
Okay, it's not strawberry. It's a root vegetable.
Rhubarb.
Beetroot.
Beetroot.
Beet. Okay.
And now I hope you're ready for the traditional one, the traditional hebamshafik, which I think you can guess the spread. Watch out, because things are gonna fall down. That's part of the fun.
I love the egg.
The main spread is the potato salad. We can continue with something a little bit more meaty from the place next door.
Okay.
Which they were kind enough to bring in here because they did not have any place, but we'll stop in, then you can have a shot of what's in there. And this is meaty sandwich with meatloaf. And you might need both of your hands to get the wrapping out.
It's warm too.
It's warm.
Yeah.
About 80% of beef and 20% pork. There's some pickles, homemade mustard. How is it?
I taste the mustard.
Is it good?
And the meat's very tender and juicy. We're at our next stop, and it's a boat.
A little slippery here.
What's in there? Beer that is. This is a lively place here.
Yes,
this
it
little
is.
riverboat cruise.
I love their reservation boats.
Yes.
My favorite. So the equipment that you saw in the back, that's actually where they make the beer.
Oh, okay.
So all the beer that we drink here is produced on the boat. It's a very popular place by locals, so you won't hear much English here at all. Just check.
That's good.
That's what we want.
Here, look at the color.
So we say na zdraví.
Na
I look
zdraví.
straight in the eyes, okay? All together.
Na zdraví.
Na zdraví. Good.
Oh, that's good.
But it's still about 5% of alcohol, this one.
Oh, 5%?
Yeah. So you can see the main difference between Hungarian and Czech goulash.
A bit thicker.
and darker.
Yes.
It's not the tomato base.
And it's not a soup. And here on this boat, they also make it from beer. Chili here as well. Meat hidden in here. And then dumplings, Carlsbad dumpling. Here we have potato dumpling filled with smoked meat.
Oh, that's potato.
So delicious. Yes, it's potato dumpling. And then sauerkraut here in the middle, but it's sweet sauerkraut. All right. Oh my God.
I'm sure it tastes so good. It smells so good too.
The meat's very tender. I love the crunchiness of the onion. Let me try the potato dumpling.
So the potato dumpling, that's like from my grandmother.
Oh my gosh. Dumpling, the sweet sauerkraut after a long train ride. Yes.
It tastes different from the
Hungarian.
completely different.
Yeah.
So what do you think of this food?
The food is good. I like the Czech goulash. It's very thick. The meat is very tender and it's very spicy, but it tastes very good. And the dumpling was good. I like dumpling too. Ham and the sweet sauerkraut.
So, Vietnamese are the third largest minority in the Czech Republic.
Oh.
After Slovakians and Ukrainians.
Okay.
And it's really because of the ties of the communist Vietnam
Yes.
and communist Czechoslovakia that the students from Vietnam used to come here in different waves. So first in the 50s, then in the 70s again. And they started to settle here because, you know, they came for exchange programs. But then still communist Czechoslovakia life level, I guess, was better than the one in Vietnam. So they stayed and didn't want to go back.
Yeah.
And now we've got second and third generations of these Vietnamese. And loads of them are running these little bistros or even fancier restaurants, Vietnamese. And also lots of the mini markets. And it's practically little Hanoi, you know,
Yeah.
within Prague. And here they're called banh mi makers. They're famous for the baguettes and also for their rolls. So we're here.
Oh, okay.
I figured spring rolls might be just
Yeah.
enough for you to
Yes.
try. And they've got delicious iced tea as well because you don't want to drink beer at a Vietnamese. It is cooked and the rest is very fresh. There's some rice into it. There's sesame seed and it's rice paper that it's rolled into.
It's very light too. Yeah.
Yep.
We're now in this cafe and it's dated from the 1920s and it's in the Cubist style. And whenever I think of Cubist, I think of Picasso, but he did his in painting. That's what our guide was saying, Misha, but this is the architecture and it's so fascinating to see this. And they shoot movies in here from the 1920s because this is pretty much dated from the 1920s. Doing a food tour, it is so fun to try the different foods, good foods, and to know some history about the city that you're in. And I think now every time we travel, we have to book some food tours. And Misha is really great. So far, we've lucked out with our food tour host.
I like both tours that we had.
Yeah.
Both of them were very nice and
Yes.
very knowledgeable about the food. And
They take pride in what they have, and I think food brings people together. We're having something sweet today. We're having
us.
something sweet.
So this is called Vienna Czech, and normally it's round, but because we're in a Cubist cafe, it's exact. And it's a little bit of egg yolk cream
Egg
in
yolk.
the middle,
Okay.
and then egg white glassing.
it's very good. It's very good.
It's light, right? It's sweet, but not too sweet. Not like American sweet, I
Yes.
would say. We're
Yes.
not. Our sweets are definitely not as sweet as in the U.S.
I'm not a very good American sweet. So here's the outside of the Grand Cafe Orient where we had the delicious dessert. And you can see that the outside still has that Cubist style. And I think it looks like a Norman Rockwell painting. And of course, you don't want to go to the first floor. That's more for the tourists. You want to go up to the second floor, what they say, the first floor here. And I love being here in the cold. Look at that.
Yeah.
It's cold.
Yeah, we enjoyed the tour.
Yes.
She is very good.
Misha
She
did
is
a
very-
wonderful,
yeah, she
and
is
I'll
very
link
good.
all her information down there. If you ever come to Prague and you want a good food tour, recommend her. Okay, I think we're just going to roam around the city a little bit and then probably call it a night. Good morning. Come on in, let's show you our Airbnb that we're staying in Prague. We got in last night, our train was late. We had to rush to get to the Airbnb to meet our host, drop off our stuff, do a little bathroom break, and get to our food tour. So we didn't have time to tour the place last night, so we're doing it in the morning, and it is kind of lived in now, so just excuse the mess. But when you walk in, you can see that it's a studio apartment. You go over here and we are in this kitchen. It's very contemporary. You have a refrigerator here and a dishwasher, and there is a freezer in here in this refrigerator. And then you move over here, we have a coffee maker, and then we have some cups. We have a nice little sink, and then on this side we have a cooktop burner. Oh, I think an oven, which we won't use because we'll be eating a lot of food outside. Nice counter space, and they did have a little box full of teas and coffees. And then on this side it looks like we have a small microwave, and we have a washer. Already put a load in right now, and that's always good to have. And then on the opposite side of the kitchen, we have this frosted glass door, and when you open it up, it's the bathroom. Of course, it's been used this morning, but we have a nice glass shower, a sink, and it does have some storage space down here. And of course, a toilet. You know, we haven't seen a bidet here. We didn't see one in Hungary or Slovakia, and now Czech Republic. But so far, the places that we stayed at did not have a bidet. Then you come into the living space. There is some seating at the bar, and then a nice couch with a little chase at the end. Love these type of couches. Got table. Oops, about to run into this chair. And on this side, there's a TV, lots of books, lots of knickknacks, and there is a projection screen TV here. And that looks massive. She did say that this is for Netflix and YouTube, and then the TV is just for regular TV. And then we come into the sleeping area. Love the ambient lighting that we have here. And let me say that this bed is comfortable. Very soft bed, like you're sleeping on a cloud. There are plugs on either side of the bed, which is a plus. And then right behind the bed, there is a closet. Of course, you can see our clothes, and there's a place where you can hang and dry your clothes. Now, at the foot of the bed, if you look over here, there is a freestanding bathtub with a pink flamingo right in front of it. This is so cool. And it's a big size tub, too. Let me get in. That's a nice little soaking tub here. And then you can see it from the other side of the room. It's perfect space, it's very modern, it's very cool looking, and it's kind of romantic too. And that's our Airbnb that we're staying here in Prague. We're staying here for 2 nights, and I wish we could stay here longer. Oh gosh, I wish you could have more vacation time, baby.
Yes.
All right, now we're gonna see Prague during the day. We walked outside the Airbnb. It's still cold, you can still see the smoke coming out of my mouth, but there's not a cloud in the sky. It's a blue, sunny day today. I think it's the first time it's been sunny.
Yes.
The whole time we've been here. We're gonna walk to Charles Bridge, but I have a feeling we're gonna see a lot more things on the way there too. You look up, and there's beautiful architecture everywhere. Look at that. Oh, there's the astronomical clock. We made it to the astronomy clock, the astronomical.
Astronomical.
We made it to the astronomical clock, and I don't know how to read it, but it's one of the famous things here in Prague, and it does something every hour on the hour. I don't know what time it is. Probably should look at the clock. Let me look at my watch. 9:45. So I'm looking it up on Wikipedia, and it says that this is a medieval astronomical clock that is attached to the old town hall, and this was first installed in 1410, making it the 3rd oldest astronomy clock in the world. Wow. Now, I believe that blue circle, that means it's daytime, and then when it gets into the dark circle, that's nighttime, of course. It also tells you the seasons, and when the clock strikes on the hour, every hour, there's 2 of those blue checkered squares. Those doors open up, and you find the 12 apostles going around in circles. And of course, this is one of the popular sites here. Whenever the clock is about to strike, this place gets busy. All right, I think we just got a couple more minutes left.
Okay.
And it's 10 o'clock right now. Looking at that clock, I have no clue how they can tell the time.
I didn't know.
I had to look and see what the temperature is outside, and I got the weather app, and it's 18 degrees. You see that? 18 degrees outside. That's cold. Oh my gosh. walk down an alley and we look up and it's beautiful. Then you walk down another alley and you look up and it's beautiful.
Yeah.
I don't even know if we're going to our destination. We're just
Enjoying walking here in this alleys.
And at the end of this alley, there's the Charles Bridge. Oh my gosh.
Jeez.
Look at that.
Seems like I'm going into history. Seriously.
We are standing at one end of the Charles Bridge. It's a stone bridge that was constructed in 1357. It took 45 years to build, and it was built under the auspices of King Charles IV, hence the name Charles Bridge. And during that time, this was the only way to get from one part of Prague to the other part of Prague. And I'm going to look here on my phone to find out the name of this river and pronounce it Vltava River. I believe that's how you pronounce this river. But this is almost 1,700 feet long and 44 feet wide at the widest part. And there are statues on the bridge too. And here's a fun fact. There are many movies that were made in Prague. And the famous one that I know that I've seen many times is Mission Impossible. And it's the first one. You see when Tom Cruise comes running and he sees John Voight and he says he's in trouble and he falls off the bridge. That scene was taken on the Charles Bridge. And also I believe the Transformers, one of the Transformers movies was filmed on the Charles Bridge. And also Spider-Man. It's the newer Spider-Man. I think it's Far From Home. That one was also filmed here on the Charles Bridge. I know my mouth can't talk, it's so cold. But look at the scenery behind us. You can see the castle, the cathedral, and it's a blue sky. How beautiful is that? I can't believe we're walking on the Charles Bridge in December, in freezing cold weather, and on a beautiful sunny day. You can see one of the towers here on one end, and we're going to walk to the other side. How cool would it have been to see a movie set here?
Yes.
And I can hear horses coming up and down this bridge, carriages coming up and down this bridge. We're walking down a piece of history. And we made it to the other end of the bridge. And I don't know what's on this side, but let's go explore.
Yes. Let's go.
Let's go back to the Charles Bridge.
Okay.
I cannot ignore this. I've got my blinders on. Baby, you know that I'm all for it. Hurry before another April's gone.
We're back at Old Town Square. The clock is right there. And there's a Christmas market here and more beautiful architecture. So we're just going to walk around here. And just so you know, there is a clock right next to the astronomical clock. There's a regular clock right now and it's 1:30. I guess this is just a platform where people can get up and see Old Town Square. So I got the kielbasa sausage with paprika, and you saw the kebab, chicken kebab.
Chicken kebab. I have to have it.
Okay, so we're gonna try this.
Okay.
I'm a little messy with the ketchup, but it's just so good. Look at the steam coming up, and the skin is so crunchy, and the inside is just so moist. It's different than the hot dogs in America. Now I need some more wine.
Yes, me too.
Yes. That warms the insides.
Yes.
So the batteries of my camera, they don't like cold weather. We went through 3 of them and it's only, I think, 4 o'clock now. Yes, it's 4 o'clock. So we're going with the GoPro. So I hope y'all don't mind the sound. I know it's going to be loud, but we are in front of the Grand Museum. Wow, we turned the corner and we saw that. The architecture here is just incredible. And it's still cold. I don't think it went above 22 degrees all day today. And now since it's 4 o'clock, the sun does go down earlier here. So it's gonna be colder. I've never had smoke come out of my mouth all day long. But the main Christmas market is here too. So we're gonna check that out, see what kind of food we can find there. And then just walk around. That's what we like to do. But look at the Grand Museum. Wow, that is grand. So we're at the main Christmas market in front of the Grand Museum and we walk past this. This is dumplings with sausage and they say it's spicy. So we gotta try this. We haven't tried something like this yet.
Mm-hmm.
This warms the soul. You know what I mean? This warms the soul. They also have one with ham in a white cream sauce. We got the spicy one. It's really good. We walked past the Grand Museum and we saw the State Opera House. So this makes the third opera house that we've seen. 3 different countries.
Yeah.
And fun fact about this one, this was also in a movie, Jason Bourne, Bourne Identity. We look over here, this building, I don't know if you remember the scene when he went into the bank and he got that red bag full of cash and passports. This building is the bank that he walked out of. And you could see the shot when they pan out and you could see at the end of the street, the State Opera House. That's so cool. There's a lot of movies that we love that was made here in Prague.
Yeah.
So I think we're gonna call it a night, and I hope you enjoyed this video of us in Prague in this cold, cold weather.
It was a wonderful day.
Yeah.
We saw a lot of things in Prague.
We sure did.
In
We were
one
just
day.
walking around and just looking up, looking down so we don't slip on some ice.
Yes. We saw some people sliding the ice.
And I slipped too.
And you did too.
Yeah, I slipped too.
But thank God there's no injuries.
No. So we're spending one more night here in Prague, and then we're leaving to go to Karlovy Vary. So excited for that one.
Yeah,
We
can't
just need to
wait.
figure out how to get to the bus station tomorrow. All right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this cold video of us here in Prague. And if you did, please give us a thumbs up with our dirty gloves.
Yeah.
And if you'd like to see more videos like this, hit the subscribe button. And you all have a wonderful day. Hopefully y'all are in a nice warm situation and location. And we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.